Hi, welcome to another Roland Cloud Academy video. I am Nutrix, and together we will look into the JUNO-106 model expansion for Xenology. Keep in mind that the model expansions are expansion for a Xenology software. So if you have Xenology Pro installed on your computer, you can actually run model expansion inside them, or if you have a compatible hardware synthesizer like the Jupiter XM, for example, you can also run these model expansions inside your hardware. If you don't know how to install Xenology Pro, if you don't know how to use the Roland Cloud Manager, please visit the Roland Cloud Academy YouTube channel to get all the videos about it and know how to use them. Let's actually dive in and see how the JUNO-106 was recreated inside Xenology. When you open Xenology, you would have your Xenology Pro window here where you can actually change the information and select the sound. So you click on the name. I'm going to be sure that I just want to see the JUNO-106 compatible sound. So I'm going to select all. So I'm going to have all my banks, and I'm going to filter only the JUNO-106 sounds. So I've got the JUNO-106 here, and let's go. I can actually have the list of sounds. The ones that are written in capital letters are the original factory presets. So let's actually, you can just click on them and remember that the 106 was a six voice polyphonic synthesizer. It was an analog synthesizer with a digital control over the oscillator. So it was a very stable oscillator, which was a good thing to have. A stable oscillator and a 24 dB per octave filter, so a more aggressive filter. So you can basically choose your sound here. Let's say we take this one. Double click on it, you have your window. At the bottom of the window you have the cutoff here. You have the resonance. These are kind of quick access, I would call them. You have the attack, fast, slow. You have the release. This actually changes on top of the existing envelope or controls that you have inside the programming of the synth. And you got the volume of the sub oscillator. That's a cool one. And then you have the controls of the notes. So is it polyphonic, solo, unison, or solo unison? So when you want to go into the sound design of the synthesizer, you go on Edit, and you have this nice little flat design window where it's very simple laid out. The original JUNO-106 was a simple synthesizer. If you look at the structure, you have it right here on the top right corner. You've got one LFO controlling a DCO and an high pass filter. You have a VCF, a low pass filter, that is controlled by the envelope, and the same one controls the VCA. And you've got a multi-effects at the end, which in this case is the JUNO-106 chorus, which was the original thing you had on the 106. And you have different modes for the chorus here. And it's very simple. You have one oscillator, you have different choices of shapes, then an high pass filter, then you go into the low pass filter, the VCF. And then you've got a control over the VCA, the volume, and you have the envelope. If you want the envelope to control the VCA, you select the envelope here, or gate if you don't want it to control the VCA, if you want the VCA to be separated from the envelope. And if you want the envelope to control the VCF, well, you get the quantity of the envelope here. When you've done something that you like, you can just go right and select where you're going to save it. Select section, press right, and then you can rename it, say JUNO 1, whatever it is. Enter. Now it's saved. Now you have your own version in your folder. And there's a little bit more control here, like portamento, pitch drift, and condition. Pitch drift and condition are more if you want to make it sound or react like a real analog synthesizer, where the analog synthesizers would drift away from the original pitch because they were analog. So you can decide how much you want of this error if you want. And condition is basically the JUNO parts, if you want. As they grow older, they dry out, they react differently, they just change in the way they're reacting. So if you play with condition, you can have a JUNO-106 that sounds more like an like a 30 years old Juno that doesn't react like the original Juno. So that's for the basic tour of the Juno 106. Thank you for watching. Put your comments below.